Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey everybody.
That was a smooth walk.
I think I'm over here. Only because someone told me that I am.
Everyone parts for
Welcome to my home. I'm Dr. Mark Hatala, and these are my wonderful students. And today we're in the midst of finals week. And so we're going to talk about testing and our experiences with that. But perhaps we could start with introductions.
Well, hi, I'm Ashley.
I'm Maddy.
I'm Will.
I'm Annie.
I'm Zach.
Outstanding. So these can be happy stories about taking tests or horrible stories. And I'm curious to hear about how finals week is going too. I'm done. My grades are already in. So
Good job.
yeah, we're shooting this on a Wednesday, and Wednesdays are off. That's our reading day. So Annie, go ahead, please.
I think the most stressful part about finals week is waiting for your grade. Or maybe that's after finals week or something, just in my opinion. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, I took the test, I did what it can do. Did it pay off? Did all the studying pay off? And all this hard work and stuff.
Yeah.
So, none of my finals are in, but we'll see. As, like, winter break goes on, I guess, is when they'll get entered.
Yeah.
But
By next Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so horror stories, right? Testing horror stories. Most of mine and the ones that I've heard have come from the ACT testing and like standardized testing like that. So like I had really bad experiences where like I didn't eat a good breakfast, so my stomach was like incredibly loud during it, and it was dead silent. So everybody's like, "Who is doing that?" And I'm just like, "Oh, not me." And I'm like looking around too, being like, "Yeah, that's crazy, guys." But
So eat before you go.
yes, and bring a snack for the break too.
Oh, yeah.
And my sister has a really bad ACT story, but I will protect her and I will not say it on the internet.
No, fair enough.
But for college, I had my worst testing experience last Thursday.
Oh, no.
It was a psych final for sensation and perception. And these tests are just like so hard to go through. And it's just like it's just a piece of paper, it has the questions, and you have to write them out, and they're all like pretty long answers, and I'm like writing like as much as I can because I'm like, I need him to know I know the material.
Right,
Because
yeah.
I need these points.
A mental dump onto the paper.
Yeah, so there's no multiple choice or anything. And he doesn't even give us lined paper, so we have that to stress about. Just, copy paper.
I know who you're talking about.
Yes.
I do too. We all do
Yes.
at this point.
So I'm like, I like to take my time on tests to make sure like I do it thoroughly and I'm really answering questions, go over them, things like that.
Yeah.
So of course I'm like the last one taking the test, right? And class ends at the 20 mark, the next one starts at 30, so I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's like, it's like 10:15, like I've got 5 more minutes until like I need to like wrap it up. So I'm like, okay. It turns 10:20. The other 2 girls who are left in there get up to turn in their test. I'm like, cool. And I'm like, I'm just gonna finish my last sentence and then I'll turn it up in. And so I like get up to type. So I'm like, okay, and I look up and I see the girls leaving, and then I'm like, where's the teacher? I'm the only one in the classroom, and I had to chase him down to his office to turn it in. And he was like, oh yeah, here, you can finish it here. I'm like, you didn't want to say anything? Like, hey, I'm gonna go to my office. You just hang out, finish the test. And I was like, what the heck?
That is a horrible story.
So I was like,
Is your hand still cramped up from writing for 2 hours?
yeah, no, and that's part of the reason it takes so long, because I'm like writing like as fast as I can. I'm like, I need to take a break. Like, this is painful.
Yeah, we should have shot this during our spooky time.
Yeah.
That's what we said.
But the teacher
These are
like
spooky
literally
stories.
left, and I was
Yeah.
like, what? Anyway.
So that's a horrible story.
Yes.
Who'd like to go next?
Well, I can bring it
Ashley, please.
back to a little bit of light. So,
Sure.
I have not had a bad exam so far at school. Like at my university. I have had quite a few finals where it's just like a party because I'm an English major, so we don't have tests. We just have like massive 15, 20 page papers that are due the week before. So I always like to say to my friends who are like, studying and like goofing off the week before finals, like, you're not in finals. I'm in finals. I'm in finals week. We're not here yet, But anyway, so like most of my tests haven't been that bad, but the tests that I have had like horror stories with are very rarely like having anything to do with like the actual test. It's more often to do with like something happens in the world and I'm just like you can't deal with the world when a test is going on. So my front 2 teeth are fake. When I was taking the AP US History final in high school, they passed us out peppermints, and my teeth are fine, right? But I just bit into this peppermint, and my tooth came out. And the thing is, the way I broke it was at an angle. It's like I was stupid as a child, and I ran into a basketball pole and like broke my teeth.
So yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like a U shape for the break, so it's like 2 little points. So I looked like a vampire. So one of them fell out, and I've just got this little point of a half
This
of a
is a
tooth
horrible
there.
story, though.
And I just I pulled out my tooth, and I've got an hour left of the test, and I was just like, I just raised my hand, I was like, what do I do? And so they gave me a napkin. I just put it on a napkin. I just finished the test.
Oh, heavens.
And I wasn't able to call anybody or anything or set up an appointment because it's the AP US History test. You can't have phones. You can't have can't leave the room. I was just like, well, I don't have a tooth.
So how'd you do on the test?
Oh, I got a 4. It was good.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah, it wasn't a 5.
Good.
For having that kind of distractor in a writing test, a push, which is just so much information, it was fine. But
maybe, I hope somebody's got a happy story then too. Or is it all going to
I
be
don't think
sad
that's
stories?
too bad.
You don't remember the happy stories.
That's exciting, I gave some entertainment, some really needed entertainment to the others in my class when I was like,
Yeah.
well,
I'm going to tell a happy story then. Because, I'm going to tell 2 quick ones. One, when I was an undergraduate, I forgot to hand a paper in. And everyone's handing their papers in right before Thanksgiving. It was this guy, Max Wellborn, who, he was a great professor. He was a retired professor that they brought back to teach classes he was interested in. And I came up to him after class and said, I don't have my paper done. And he was like, just get it to me after the break. Here's my horror one that turned out to be great, though. Is my first year of grad school, we're taking the stat test, and it's like a 2-hour test like you're talking about. And I came in late because I'm sloppy, and everybody's working on their test and handing it in, and I couldn't figure out how to answer it because there was like a sheet of data they give us to work from. And I went to the professor, this guy, Bruce Carlson, and I said, I can't answer this with the data that I have. And he said, well, you're going to have to answer it because I'm not going to give you anything else. And so I went and sat back down. Everybody's turning their papers in the last 15 minutes of the test, and I see that they have 2 sheets of paper instead of 1 that I had. And I went up to him and I said, I only had 1 sheet. And he's like, yeah, right. And he said, okay, but you don't get any extra time. So I had to finish the entire test in 10 minutes. Here's the happy part of it. I got the high on the test. And so that blew his mind. And then he was on my master's and dissertation committees because he was like, that guy knows what he's doing. So that's a happy story with tests. Because we may not hear another one. Who'd like to go next?
I don't really have any exam stories. I don't.
Oh, you don't? Well, how are you handling finals week then?
I'm at peace. Finally. The work I've done all year, because at this point, if I don't know the material, I'm not going to learn it in a cram sesh.
Yeah.
I'm done.
That's a good attitude to have, yeah. No, fair enough. Well, how about yourself?
I don't really have any bad stories. I kind of like yours where it's like they seem like it starts not great.
Yeah.
I just had last week on Thursday, I had a final in my behavioral modification class. I thought it was on Monday, so not last Monday, but this coming Monday.
Okay, so you were surprised.
I was surprised. So on Tuesday, I'm in class, and he goes, "I hope you guys are all deep into your studying for that final on Thursday." Like, wait, what? It's that thing. I'm pretty sure I was half asleep anyway. I'm like, what? So, yeah, that was 10 hours of studying in the next 2 days for the final.
So you take a different approach than Zach does. You're like, I'm just going to cram as much as I can.
I knew this stuff. It's just that it's so much information.
Oh, and it's so specific.
It is.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you know the behavior modification stuff. It's just, So, I had to cram.
How do you think it went?
I got an 86.
Well, That's pretty good.
I needed to get a 68, so.
Yeah.
I was a little afraid I wouldn't get that. I'm like, oh no, I have 2 days. Those tests are brutal.
86, I think, is
I'm
good.
in that same class, and yeah, I was like,
Uh-oh, do you want to share what you got, too?
well, I got an 86.
Oh, you did too?
I wanted to get higher, but that's okay. I also...
Wait a minute. I want to talk to more people in this class, because maybe he just gives everybody an 86 because he
Honestly,
figures they won't
that's the
complain.
thing. That's the thing. I don't normally come and talk to professors, but I write, I ask for papers, so because I mark questions.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm going through an exam, what I'll do is I'll, like, mark the questions that I'm, like, not 100% confident on,
Yeah.
and then the answers, like, the second answer that I would have chosen if I didn't choose the answer that I did. And then, if I get a bunch of questions wrong on the test, I'll ask for that paper back, and I'll be
Right.
like, hey, because then I'll check it through, and I'll be like, so... did I sort of know what I was doing and then just second guess myself? Or was I just completely wrong and don't understand
Yeah.
the material, you know?
That's reasonable, because then you're finding out.
Yeah, I'm
What
learning
you really
and growing
understand,
and
right.
moving forward. Good college skills.
Yeah.
Anywho, I marked 5 questions on this test. I was very confident on this test. This is a 100-question test, and I was like, I feel good on this. I think I know this, you
So
know?
it should be a 95 or higher.
And then, like, that I got, there's a margin of error of 10 questions on that I was like, I didn't even mark. I'm just like,
It's suspicious.
what did I do?
It's suspicious.
So,
Maddie, do you have a test story for us?
Yeah.
Is it going to be a happy one? Did you get an 86?
No.
oh,
No. So I have like bad like test anxiety,
Oh, boy.
and my anxiety manifests itself through nausea.
Oh boy.
And you're not like supposed to leave a class whenever you're like taking a test. But a lot of professors don't get that like I have to leave. Like it's not that I have to go pee. It's like
Yeah.
I have to leave. Like
Yeah.
or else. But anyway, it was freshman year, and I was still like I wasn't like sure what was even going on because like I had never really like had like anxiety before.
Sure.
And it was like the end of my second semester freshman year, and I was taking a Spanish class, and I'm like decent at Spanish.
Sure.
But I don't know why, it just like got to me, and I was like trying to tell the professor that I had to like throw up, but he kept being like, in Spanish, in Spanish. And I was like,
What is that in Spanish?
yo
do you know?
necesito usar el baño. Ahora.
Wow.
And so then eventually I just had to get up, and I like grabbed the trash can like from like
Yeah.
the thing, and then I like just like made it outside the door, and the door shut behind me, and I was like,
Wow.
just right outside the door.
That is boy.
It was just
That I heard a comedian tell a joke like that one time though, where his teacher told
what
me
is my life?
in a French class said get out of the class. She said get out, and he said en français. Wow. So what have we learned? Eat before you take the test. Don't bother to study. Cram. You're probably going to get an 86 or break a tooth, and know a foreign language if you're sick in class. So those are our stories of tests, the good, the bad, and the horrible. And we would like to read in the comments your stories about tests. And please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And good luck in finals week. And thanks for watching. Very good. Outstanding. Good. Okay. We're making progress.
No, I'm good.
That's
I'm
just
done
such-
with finals.